the greater good.
Hey everybody, Greater Good Mining here. Today I decided to FAFO with my 3 KS0 Ultras. I wanted to try 3 different configurations to see if I could get better hash rate out of one of them doing different things. So I've got one with a USB fan on top on low. I've got one with no USB fan stock. I've got one with no USB fan with copper heat sinks on the power stages, like you maybe have seen in my other videos where I did hot rod my KS0 Pro. So I go through that in this video. I don't think you really need to change the thermal paste or the pads out on these just yet because the chip temps are fine. You don't really need to go to any extremes yet because we don't have overclocks for these yet. So for now, I just wanted to see if I put the copper heat sinks on the power stages, could it make a difference? So anyway, let's go ahead and get into the video. I got my third KS0 Ultra today, and I'm gonna crack it open and just take a look inside. So let's go. First, remove the warranty sticker, because if you crack these open, you are voiding your warranty. Let's unscrew some screws, and we'll see what we see. Okay, it looks pretty much just like the KS0 Pro for the most part. The thing that I'm the most interested in are these power stages right here. So if you saw my other video where I go full ham and modify a KS0 Pro, I'll show the video. It looks like I say KS0 Pro, you know, how to hot rod your KS0 Pro. I'm not gonna do all those things though, because these things like to run hot. They don't really need to run much cooler. These are 2 KS0 Ultras right here. All I have is this little tiny USB fan on the lowest setting to kind of like just remove a little bit of heat off the top of them, and they run over 400 gigahash. I didn't have to do anything. If I was just running one on its own without them like right next to each other, I just would have left this USB fan off completely. They like to run hot and they're happier when they're warm. I hooked up the Iceriver monitor tool to it and ran the KS0 version on it because there is no Iceriver monitoring tool for the KS0 Ultra yet. But I could see 4 of the chips, and you know, they looked fine. They looked like they were in the like I think 70s or so for their, you know, like 70s, 80s or something like that for their temperature. So they were totally fine, and these things just like to run hot. So you might have seen the KS0 Pro in the background. That's the green KS0 Pro that Tech Hustler gave me when we were at the Mining Disrupt Kaspa party. Shai Viborski signed it for me. Wolfie signed it, and Rue Barbarian signed it, and Bubblegum Lightning signed it. So that was pretty cool. It was actually Tech Hustler won this thing, and then he gave it to me as a gift because he knows how much I love Kaspa. So thank you again to Tech Hustler for this awesome KS0 Pro autographed by the Kaspa team. That was sweet. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and slap some copper heat sinks on the power stages. I'm gonna leave the thermal pads alone. I'm gonna leave the thermal paste alone because I don't think we really need to cool those. And I think that actually it's detrimental to cool the chips down further on this. They like to run warm. So anyway, I'll put the power stage heat sinks on, and then I'm gonna put this thing just right back together the way I found it. And then I'm gonna run it for a little while and just see for the hell of it if I get any more hash rate than these stock KS0 Ultras. Okay, I got the copper heat sinks on. These, I'll leave a link in the description. They're just from Amazon, and they're just real simple little copper heat sinks. Cheap, easy to slap on there. I usually would use glue, but these come with an adhesive backing on it, and I was a little hesitant to use them on my other Icerivers, like the KS0 Pros, when I modified them. I would have preferred the glue, but I've been told that these hold up okay, so I'm gonna give it a shot too. I'm gonna see if the stickers on the back of these will hold up. They seem like they're holding pretty steady when I'm like messing with it. So anyway, we'll see how they hold up over time. I'm gonna put it back together and we'll just plug it in, get it hashing, and then we'll let it run for a while, and I'll tell you guys, does it do anything? That's what you want to know, right? Does it do anything? Okay, we got slapped back together. Let's go ahead and plug it in, fire it up, and see what it looks like in the web GUI. Okay, so I'm logged into the web GUI for the KS0 Ultra that I put the copper heat sinks on, and it needs time to run. So it's only been running about 20 minutes. It's looking good so far. I've got the fans at like 40%. Anywhere from like 40 to 50% seems to be where these things are happiest for me. without a USB fan on the top. So I'm gonna let it run. I am gonna compare it to my other KS0 Ultra that is totally stock. This one's been running for several days, and for some reason, like in the last half an hour, probably when I was deciding to shoot this video, decided to act up a little bit. But it's been running, you know, anywhere from like 400 to like 450 gigahash per second. So I'll just let these both run, and I'll take the fan off, that USB fan that I showed you earlier, and just let them both run exactly the same. And the only difference will be the copper heatsink. I'll probably set both fans at 40%, and then we'll just let them run for maybe a few hours or something like that, just to kind of see how they look. And then I'll check them at the pool too. If like I can get like a 3-hour average or something at the pool, I'll show you guys that too. One thing I wanted to show you was the chip temps. So back to the copper KS0 Ultra. This is the copper KS0 Ultra. And then the chip temps. So this is the Iceriver monitoring tool, and you can't really see all the chips on it, but you can see 4 of them. And you can punch in your IP address and then go to KS0 and then click where it says board 1 right here. And you know, you have to hit read, of course. So then once you get that showing up, it'll show you at least 4 chips anyway on the KS0 Ultra. It won't show you them all. I tried the KS0 Pro too. It just doesn't show anything. When you go to the KS0 Pro, like it'll all just disappear, see? So for some reason it works on the KS0 regular. So if you guys want the Iceriver monitor tool, you can hop on my Discord and download it. So anyway, KS0 regular, you can at least see 4 of the chip temps, and they're looking fine, like 65, 64. They actually might need to be a little bit warmer. So anyway, I will do some more testing. I'll let these things run for a little while, and then I'll just kind of let you guys know what I find. Sorry to interrupt your video, but this is a quick word from the sponsor of the video, Crypto Miner Bros. Crypto Miner Bros is a trusted website that I use to buy ASIC miners. They have all kinds of different ASICs that you can buy, and the prices that you see on the site are the all-in shipped prices. When you buy from other places, they don't always include shipping or import duties or any of those things like fees. So you are looking at the shipped price on Crypto Miner Bros. Anyway, check out Crypto Miner Bros. I have a link in the description. It is the official link. Don't get scammed and go to the wrong website. Use the link in the description. It will take you directly to Crypto Miner Bros, and you can punch in my discount code for $60 off your order. Thanks for listening. Now back to your video. Okay, so I watched these KS0 Kaspa mining beasts, and I let them run overnight, and I got the 3-hour averages at the pool, and it doesn't really seem all that impressive to me, unfortunately. I was hoping that maybe I'd get a little more hash rate and make it, you know, obvious. So copper modded KS0 Ultra landed right in the middle at like 380 gigahash. The regular KS0 Ultra, the first one that I got, that I did nothing to, no USB fan on, is getting 386 gigahash on the 3-hour average. And the Ultra with the USB fan on top is getting 376 or so. So this one with the USB fan on top is getting the worst hash rate out of the 3, but it's so close. You can see how close they all are. And I don't know if I can really say one's better than the other because it's so close. This is the one with the USB fan, 5-minute average 414, 30-minute average 378. So it's just, you know, chopping up and down like it normally would. Here's the KS0 Ultra that is regular, no mods done to it at all. Just all 3 of them had their fans set to 40%. 459 was like the peak about 80 minutes ago. Average is 405 for the 30-minute average. And then average on the copper mod was 384, but now 5 minutes going up to 397. So, you know, you can kind of take a look and see there really is no discernible difference between the 3. The exhaust temps with the fan set to 40% is about 73 degrees, and that's kind of where my first testing that I did, it seemed to like high 60s to low 70s for the temperature for the exhaust. The chip temps on these, they're doing fine. They're in the 70s. This is like I have it set up on the KS0, you know, so you can only see 4 chips, but the chip temps are fine on the ones that I can see. Unfortunately, I can't really say if the copper heat sinks really did anything. It doesn't look like they did. I was
hoping that there would be some like drastic difference. So it doesn't seem to make a difference. The power stages on these aren't getting pushed enough to be a bottleneck in stock form. They're only pulling like 100 watts a piece. So it was just a test. I just wanted to see if it would make any difference. So anyway, I hope this information was helpful to you. Hit the like button, consider subscribing to the channel, check out some of my other videos. And oh, by the way, my 4,000 sub giveaway is complete. I did pick a winner. So they got a KS0 Pro, a Tangem wallet, and they'll get a mystery meter box set. So I want to say thank you to the meter box. You can get 10% off with my discount code. I'll show it on the screen. I want to thank Tangem. You can get 10% off a Tangem wallet. I'll show that discount on the screen. And also, you can get a discount if you want to buy any Iceriver. I'll show the discount code on the screen, and all of my discount codes are in the description of the video. Anyway, like I said, I hope this video was helpful to you, or at least interesting, and maybe it helped you either save some time or just skip the copper mods altogether for now until we get overclocks. Last but not least, don't forget to keep it decentralized for the greater good.
The greater good.